Hello, all you IndySoft users out there. Welcome to another Tip Tuesday. This is Adam Waymer. I'm Henry Arth. I'm an account manager. Adam, what do you do here?
I am the Director of Customer Success.
That's terrific. Well, today, the Director of Customer Success and I would like to actually talk to you about template approvals. So equipment templates need to be managed. They need somebody to manage them in a lot of scenarios. You need a little bit of control. We don't out of the box set this up for you so that it's actually, a system administrator is the only one who can do that. But it might be something really worthwhile, especially if you're getting a lot of cooks in the kitchen, as it were. So I wanted to show you a few things. So what are we really talking about? So we're going into Template Editor, which you can find on your Options tab. We've already opened it for expediency's sake. And what we're talking about is the top right-hand corner, that template status. Now, you will either see approved or awaiting approval. I believe out of box we say awaiting approval, but there's no actual method or rule that says only system administrators can do it. So you would just click on it and it would change it to approved automatically. But let's say you wanted to kind of start, managing that process. What you're actually going to do is go into system-wide preferences down here. You're going to see a tab called Template Approvals. So pretty straightforward stuff here. You create a rule that will then follow, okay? So what we're actually going to do, just to show you, profile is exactly system administrator. So only system administrators are the ones who can sign off. You have all these other options, though, if you really wanted to have a specific user do it.
Because you might take template approvals and template cleanup as a project. You might temporarily assign someone to that to go through all this, and you could set that rule that this particular technician is the guy who is checking everything off and make sure your templates are as clean as possible. You could then remove that rule later so they can't ever touch them again, but it's just something to give you control over who's reviewing these items and approving them.
Perfect. Okay. But here we go, just for now. Okay. And then we have a few other options here. You can delete them, of course. You can disable template approval functionality. So out of the box, again, this is enabled, but it's just showing awaiting approval. You can click on it. If you do this and you create a template and you check that to disable it, it's going to simply say approved upon completion or right away. There's just no rule in place whatsoever. So you'll just see approved. Next to that, you've got this little button, move legacy approved templates to awaiting approval. If you were in a version pre 9.1.8 and you were creating templates, there wasn't necessarily, we didn't manage it in the same way. So when we brought everything over, it creates another status and you can mark those legacy approved as not approved, so you can go back through them and make sure you can manage those things, bring them into modern day.
Exactly. You may be managing a system where someone set up templates many years ago. When the new feature was enabled in 9.1.8, we just automatically marked them as legacy approved. Now you want to go back and clean those up. Even though they've been in use for a long time, it just gives you the opportunity to clean those up to manage better going forward.
Exactly. So let's say you have a technician who you allow to enter template editor and create templates, and they cannot approve it. Where do you actually manage this list? What you're actually going to do is those are going to pop in based upon your rule, of course. If you're a system administrator, they're going to pop into your pending work tab. I actually haven't done any at this point in time yet to kind of show you here, but template approvals, the second from bottom tab here. Actually, I've got this one right here. I got one. So again, if you're logged in as a system administrator, they should automatically pop in there regardless of who you are. You can go in here and double click on that, and it's going to open up template editor for you. So I can go in here, click on that, and add my sign off, add any notes that I need to add. And now it's approved. And now it is off of my template approval list. So that's basically how it goes. That's where you manage it in the pending work tab. The last thing you might want to do is kind of put a little extra security checkpoints in your workflow configuration. So we have a couple of options there, and we've already got workflow configuration open here. But if we go to home, just to make sure you know where everything is, workflow configuration. And we go down here. In this, we have the calibration event. You might want it to be the first stop in your entire setup, though. Maybe your receiving event or something like that. And you go to step 10, selection rules. And at the bottom, you see all these extra checkbox options. Block if related template awaiting approval. So if your piece of equipment is linked to an actual template and that template is not approved, then you cannot bring that piece of equipment into the event and bring it in your workflow. That needs to actually go through its due process. And then the second option here, block no template assignment. That basically means, okay, I have a piece of equipment. This piece of equipment's great, but I want everything to be controlled through templates, and I want to ensure that happens. By doing that, then somebody comes to you and says, hey, this isn't assigned to a template. You figure out where it goes, or you make a new template that corresponds to it, follow your process, and you can kind of manage things that way.
Exactly. It may add a little bit of overhead onto the event that you choose to add this on, but you are doing that in an attempt to clean up your data and give you control through templates. So as you make adjustments to those records over time, you gain efficiency through that.
Sweet. Well, we hope you found this informative. Hope you can throw this into play if it works out for you. But we hope you guys have a great week, great spring break maybe for some of you. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're going to Florida. Maybe you're going to California. I think, maybe you're going. Where are you going?
Maybe, are you going to Illinois?
You going anywhere? Nobody's going to Illinois, dude. They all go to Florida. All right. Anyway, listen, I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.